What is up, everybody? Welcome, or of course, welcome back here to my channel. My name is Bianca, and this is, of course, Conscious Creation with me. We talk all things over here: law of attraction, law of assumption, law of spirituality, and just becoming the best versions of ourselves in our own reality. I wanted to actually wait to do this video later on in the day, but I was just driving, and on my way home, I came up with such an amazing idea that I just want to get this out while it's so fresh. If you guys don't know, I am a manifestation coach, and all of my info is in the description below for that one as well if you want some one-on-one time with me. But let's get into today's topic. So I wanted to do the video today on how to get an apology from your specific person, and it hit me and it occurred to me as a Vipassana meditator, as somebody who's done retreats in Vipassana, so 10-day sits of just being with your own self and with your own thoughts and with the prisoner that you are within your own mind. And it got me thinking, as I listen often from time to time to Goenka or the Guruji, as a Vipassana meditator would call him, sadhu, sadhu, thank you, Guruji, that love, guys, is a one-way traffic. You give and give and give and give with no expectation. And this is something where it's like, where does this come hand in hand with manifestation? And in one way, Vipassana doesn't work hand in hand with meditation and manifestation. And in one hand, manifestation doesn't work one-on-one with Vipassana. But what the two things do work one-on-one and hand in hand with is consciousness and love, which is a pure lightness and a pure beingness of who you really are. Does it make sense? So if you want to receive an apology, and I have a few clients of mine who don't kind of grasp this concept of like, I have to forgive myself. And what is there to forgive? When we actually spend a few days with ourselves, we realize that we have deep, deep, deep belief, rooted systems, and most of us somewhere down the line, and I think even the most saintly person on the planet has probably somewhere something in their being, a deep inner wound that needs to be healed and needs to be forgiven. Even as children, there is probably something in your life that you said, have done, have experienced on a daily basis that you're perhaps still holding on to. You're holding this sense of resentment and hatred. And the one-way path that is love, it is a one-way path, guys. There is nothing that you're expecting when you truly understand consciousness. And that doesn't go for those of you who are thinking that this is people pleasing. That is, again, abandoning yourself. I remember in the Vipassana course, there was two Vipassana meditators, the king and the queen of India. I'm sorry if I'm getting this wrong. And they both meditated for 1 hour per day. And they both had the same question that came up during this meditation period. And that was, I realize, they asked firstly, whom do you love the most? And both of these people, the queen and the king, they said, I actually came to realize that I love myself. And in today's society, in the way that we live, that is so self-conceited. That is seen as ego. That is seen as like, you love yourself. Which kind of self-centered human being are you? And this is actually not consciousness. This is actually not love. So if you're somebody who is wanting to receive an apology, who is understanding the law of manifestation, who is understanding that the world is a reflection of your inner being, then you have to firstly forgive yourself. Even if there is nothing to you see you think for whatever reason, and that is fantastic, you think that there's nothing to forgive because you're just an incredible human being. Love, guys, is a one-way stream. You give and you give, and it feels really good. And one thing as well that I used to do when I was learning about meditation, spiritual law, manifestation, law of attraction, is that once you become love, you can only in your life attract love. You will attract love. And you also forgive those who are acting on their wounds. I know in Vipassana we talk about an ignorant mind. And I'm the first person to say that I have an extremely ignorant, childish mind. And I often come back and I'm just like, you know what? I forgive myself for the harm that I've caused to others, for the harm that I've caused to myself, and for the harm that others have caused to me. And that is where this begins, guys. So if you're expecting, which I don't want to say, you should not be expecting an apology, but if you are manifesting in some way, shape, or form an apology, then apologize firstly to yourself for A, not showing up for yourself in your relationships, for B, perhaps you said something terrible to your partner, even if this is not about a specific person, it is about somebody in your life. And 4 different words that I can give you guys today This is a Ho'oponopono prayer as well. If you're interested in actually going deeper into an inner healing, is the Ho'oponopono, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, Hawaiian prayer, which is, I love you, I forgive you, I thank you, and I'm sorry. And if you repeat these words for about 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the evening, and I know on YouTube there are a plethora of free videos out there, guys. Listen to the Ho'oponopono prayer. Even if you don't know what you're doing, it feels really good, and you will feel this shift within you where you feel this lightness and this easiness and this essence and this pureness of love to receive an apology from your specific person or whoever it is you're wanting to receive this apology from. Okay, guys, I hope this really helped you feel good, and I hope it gave you a kind of perspective on consciousness, as this channel is conscious creation with me. Of course, conscious creation with Bianca. If you did like this video, of course, I would love if you hit like, share it, and subscribe so that we can get this word out to more and more people as I keep building this community. Thank you guys so much, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.